Have you ever thought about what 2024 is gonna hold? Because I don't know. But anyways, hello everybody, this is that Manga Dude and welcome to 2024. Bum, bum, bum. And welcome to the first video of 2024 on this channel. Today, we're not talking about 2024 at all. I am a person who sticks with a certain routine, which is always putting out a manga pickups video from the previous month in the beginning of the month. So here we are. We are now officially in 2024. It's crazy to say. We've made it another year around the sun, and we are going to continue doing cool videos and stuff like that. So 2024 has got a lot of cool stuff. I'm going to have some kind of like updates video, kind of just discussing 2023 in general, and also stuff I'm going to be doing in 2024 possibly later in this month, so look forward to that. But for now, you are here for a good old-fashioned pickups video. I picked up quite a bit. A lot of Christmas pickups, a lot of cool stuff that I actually got for Christmas from family and stuff. A lot of great manga, a lot of different publishers. Is kind of crazy. I was counting it up. This is probably the most I've had in a while, just in general in terms of different publishers. And for the first time ever, I don't think I'm actually going to show Shonen Jump at the end. So that's pretty fun. Anyways, this is going to start the video. Let's get started right now with 2024's first manga pickups video for December 2023. Woo! Let's go. Alright, so although the ending's a little bit different, the beginning is still going to be the same. And if you've never watched a Manga Dude manga pickups video before, the way I always start this is I always start with a set of volumes that I got from publishers that are either A, no longer around or defunct, or B, I just didn't get a lot from them. So it's a little bit quicker with these ones, as you'll see as we go through them. It's going to be a great time. Alright, so the first manga I'm going to be showing off is from Dark Horse Manga, and that's going to be Hellsing Volume 2 from Kota Hirano. Yeah, I read the first volume recently, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a great time. And I'm really loving these smaller versions. I know people really love those hardcovers, but I really don't like them, to be completely honest. I think they're extremely expensive. They take up a lot of space. And yeah, sure, they do look really nice, but they are, for me, harder to read. I prefer to have mobility with it. I like to be able to walk around with my book, and it's a little bit difficult with that big of a hardcover. So these are perfect for me. I'm really excited for them. I'm really happy for them. And it's really cool that Dark Horse is doing monthly releases for this. So the Volume 3 should be out actually sometime in January. So that's really cool. Yeah, but anyways, this series is really fun, and I'm really excited to read this. Alright, up next from Square Enix Manga, I picked up the second volume of The Ice Guy and the Cool Girl from Miyuki Tonagaya. Yeah, I talked about the series fairly recently because I read the first volume probably a couple months ago at this point. But it was a good time. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought it was cute, it's fun. Just a simple office rom-com that's just a lot of fun. It's a quick and easy breezy read, so if you like that kind of stuff, you should go check it out. It's a good time. Alright, up next, from Vertical. So this one I got as a Christmas present, and I'm really excited to show it off. This is Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin, Volume 1 from Yoshikazu Yasuhiko. And yes, I know I just talked a whole lot of crap about hardcovers, but these only come in hardcovers, so whenever there's an exception, or whenever there's an ability to read it in a different way, then I will choose that other way. But if there's no other way, of course I'm going to do it. So anyways, Mobile Suit Gundam. I started with my first ever Mobile Suit Gundam manga, which was the Denpa release recently of like Belter Chica's Children or something like that. So I am now a Mobile Suit Gundam fan, and I'm going deep. As you will see later in this video, I got more Mobile Suit Gundam stuff, but this is Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin, which I believe is supposed to be like a retelling of the original series. I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not, so don't take my word for it. But really excited to check this out. This is a really beautiful release across the board. The hardcovers are absolutely gorgeous, and the pages inside are like this thicker, kind of like glossier paper, so that's just really nice. And the color pages, of course, always good as always. I haven't read this just yet, but I will be reading it probably soon, so can't wait to get into it. Alright, up next, another hardcover. This one is from Fantagraphics, actually. And that is Minami's Lover from Shungiku Uchida. So, for mature audiences only. One, I absolutely love this release. I think it's a really gorgeous release. I love this extremely bright, almost obnoxious yellow, mixed with these other really bright pinks, blues, and greens. I think it's really good. Obviously, it matches with the cover as well. Same kind of like print as well. Really nice printing across the board, and really cool like inside. I don't know much about this one. I just know that it was really hyped up when it came out a few months ago, or earlier last year, I believe. So yeah, really excited to get into this, and probably have my opinions on it soon. Okay, up next from Del Rey, I picked up 2 volumes of School Rumble, and I need to get that sticker off. I don't know why I didn't take that off. Anyways, I got volumes 3 and 4 of School Rumble from Jin Kobayashi. Another one that I haven't quite started yet. I know it's an older series. It has a very iconic or very popular opening for the anime. That's about as much as I can tell you about the series. I believe it is a comedy. It looks dumb, but I can't wait to get into it. Alright, up next, from Comics 1, I picked up the first 3 volumes of Sarai, I think is how you pronounce it, from Masahiro Shibata. Just looked really cool. I kind of like these like weird, smaller versions. I don't really care for the left to right read, but you know, you do what you do. But neat to have these. I believe this is like a longer series. I actually did read the first volume, so you'll be seeing this in the reading log soon. The first volume was pretty neat, and I believe, basically it's about like this world that has like this crazy parasite that makes people pass away before the age of like 18 or something like that. There are like a couple ways to like counteract it, but there's not really a lot to be known. And then there's like these battle maidens or these battle maids that help defend people. So that's who Sarai is. It's pretty actiony. It's pretty cool. It is very of its time, I will say. I think it's aged poorly in a lot of places, unfortunately. But I do think that the action's pretty cool and the character designs are pretty neat. So I'm going to keep reading for those reasons and probably those reasons only. But really need to have these, and if I can find the rest of them, that'd be really cool. Okay, last but not least, from the smaller publishers, or the publishers who are no longer making stuff. So, from Bandai Entertainment. Yes, Bandai, the big company that we all know and love, sorta. I got 3 volumes of Mobile Suit Gundam 00 from Kozuo Omori, Hajime Yatate, and Yoshiyuki Tomino. Wow, I had a hard time saying that name. Yes, I believe these are the only 3 for this series. I know there are other different parts of 00 that they have in manga form in English, but these are the 3 I have. They are still wrapped, which is kind of neat. Like I said before, I am becoming a Gundam fan very quickly, so trying to pick up what I can find of certain Mobile Suit Gundam series, and this is one of them that I managed to find for a cheap price. So had to get them. I'm going to be reading them hopefully sometime soon. Alright, into our bigger publishers now. So, first up, we have 7 Seas. I actually quite picked up a lot more than I expected from them. But first, I picked up this really, really interesting volume, Angel Beats Heaven's Door, Volume 1 from Yuriko Asami, Jun Maeda, and Naga. So, I had an interesting thing about this. One, I just recently watched Angel Beats, so I was like, man, really cool if there was an Angel Beats manga. I was looking on the internet and couldn't find much about an Angel Beats manga that was out in English, and I was at a book off semi-recently, aka sometime in December, and lo and behold, it was sitting there on a shelf, and I was like, what the heck is that? So I had to pick it up. I don't know the quality of it, but I do know that this is the only volume that came out of this series. So for some reason, 7 Seas only released this and then stopped publishing it, because this series is like, I think like 12 or 13 volumes, if I remember correctly, from seeing online. Don't quote me on that, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, really interesting to find this, to be honest. I don't know how rare it is or anything, but it's cool to have it. Just one of those neat little things that's in my collection. Unfortunately, it'll never be finished, or at least it has not been finished in English. 7 Seas decides to bring it back, that'd be cool. But at this point, this is the only one they got, so cool to have. Alright, up next, I picked up the last volume of Futari Escape. This is from Shoichi Taguchi. I've been really enjoying this series quite a bit. I like the first 3 volumes. Just a cute little fun friendship between these 2 girls. One who's unemployed and one who is a manga artist who is struggling to focus on her manga. So it's just fun. It's a great series. I enjoy it. So excited to finally have the last volume, even though I think it's a little bit short, but for these kind of like slice of life series, I'm not too mad about it. So cool to have it, and can't wait to read it. Alright, up next, I picked up the next volume of Colorless that I needed. This is volume 5 from Kent. I've talked about the series quite a bit. It won one of the awards back on the first annual manga awards for that Manga Dudes channel for the best use of the medium. or something like that. I forgot what the award is. Anyways, yeah, this is a really cool series. I really like its use of color throughout the entire volume and throughout like all of the series. But yeah, really cool to have this one. This is one where you finally get like full colors like pages, which is really neat. But it's just a really fun sci-fi mystery series with a ton of cool action, a lot of great character designs, and overall just a fun concept. I think it's a good time. You should check it out. Alright, up next, I picked up The Secret of Friendship from Eiji Yamakawa and Kazune Kawahara. I did already read this, so you'll be hearing more of my opinions in the reading log for December. But yeah, this is a series, I believe Kazune Kawahara, I'm pretty sure. Let me go check really quick. Yes, that is correct. That is the same mangaka behind My Love Story, aka the writer of My Love Story, and also the creator of High School Debut. So this is another series that they worked on with somebody named Eiji Yamakawa. Yeah, and it's just a cool release. I know people were really hyped up about it when it got announced because they're like, yes, more Kazune Kawahara work. And I agree. Kazune Kawahara is a great writer. Really love their art, but yeah, their writing is fantastic from what I've read. So yeah, excited to have this, and I will be talking more about it in the reading log. Okay, up next, we're moving on to TokyoPop, and got a surprising amount of TokyoPop, but none of their recent series except for one. So first up, I picked up the 9th volume of Beck Mongolian Chop Squad from Harold Sakuishi. This is the iconic, the great, the fantastic music series following the story of this main character here, who gets into guitar kind of almost on a whim in a way, but he learns and he joins his band and they're having a great time. It's a totally fun series. Got this for a decent price, surprisingly. It was a little bit more than market price, so this is one of the first volumes I've ever done that with. However, there was a massive sale going on Half Price Books, and I knew that this volume was there, so I actually got it for, I would say, cheaper than online by far. So really cool to have this. I know I'm probably not going to finish the series anytime soon, so it'd be really cool if somebody could do the reprint. I forgot who owns it now. I think it's Kodansha, but whoever it is, please reprint it. That would be super amazing. I would love you forever. Anyways, cool to have this. Can't wait to get reading it again. Alright, up next, I just got the 5th volume of Karekano, His and Her Circumstances from Masami Suda. I love this series, unironically. I think it's hilarious, it's stupid, it's dumb. The characters are funny across the board. It's just a good time. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a cute little high school romance, and that's about as much as I can say about it. If you want to read it, go for it. It's a good time. Alright, up next, decided to pick up the 2nd volume of Remote from Seimaru Amagi and Tetsuya Koshiba. I don't know much about this. I picked up the 1st volume a while back, and yeah, was struggling to find the 2nd volume, so happy to find this in pretty good condition for how old this volume is. I should probably put it in screen so you guys can see it, but yeah, like, this is in surprisingly great condition. So I know it's supposed to be like a mystery series, but that's about as much as I can tell you. So excited to get checking into this one. As soon as I get the 3rd volume, I'll probably start reading it. So yeah, excited to get into it. And last but not least, from TokyoPop, I got myself Aria the Masterpiece Volume 1 from Kozue Amano. I know people absolutely love this series, and, you know, I guess we'll see why. Because I have never read it, I don't know much about it. I just know it has an absolutely gorgeous release. And I know that TokyoPop likes to do their little goofy kind of semi-reprint, but kind of not, of the series. It seems to disappear and then reappear like every couple months for the past like couple years. So hopefully they reprint it so I can get the rest of the series. But really excited to have the 1st volume in my hands now. Okay. Coming into Yen Press, so I have quite a bit of Yen Press, to be honest. So first up, we got ourselves volumes 4 and 5 of Shy from Bukimi Miki. Yeah, I am so much more loving the series than I did before. I thought volume 1 was good, but not great. But man, I am totally sucked into the series. This series is a ton of fun, and I absolutely love these covers. The covers are always gorgeous. The back covers are also really cool too. Yeah, it's just a really fun superhero series following the story of our character here, Shy, who is like a superhero from her country of Japan. And like, yeah, it's basically a world where there's a superhero from every single country, and they go and defend the world. So yeah, it's really fun. The action's great. The characters are amazing. Overall, this is a really fun time, and I'm really excited to have 4 and 5 now in my hands. Okay, up next, I picked up the next volume of Smokin' Parade that I needed. This is from Jinsei Kataoka and Kazuma Kondo, and I'm pretty sure, just to be kind of mostly sure, I believe this is the same mangaka's behind Dead Man Wonderland. I don't know why I had a hard time thinking about that. But yeah, this one's been a ton of fun. It's just really action-packed. It's exactly what you'd expect from the people who made Dead Man Wonderland. So very gory, very bloody across the board. The fights are always going to be intense and kind of exciting and fun. So if you like that kind of stuff, you should go check out this series as well. Alright, up next, I picked up the next volume of Soul Eater I needed. This is volume 15 from Atsushi Okubo. I am now officially very close to finishing the series. I only need 10 more volumes, and I am so happy to get this volume. I love Soul Eater. I think it's been really, really fun to read. It's been such a joy to be able to consume this, even though I'm like kind of late by 10 years. But, you know, better late than never, as some might say. So really excited to keep reading this. It's been such a fun time across the board, and the art, of course, is absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, can't wait to keep reading and get the next volume as well. Alright, up next, I picked up Barakamon Volume 10 from Satsuki Yoshino. Finally! Okay, so I've had up volumes 1 through 9 for quite a bit now at this point, and finding a good condition Volume 10 has been very difficult. There has been one that's been at a local Kinokuniya near to me, but the print was so far off. Like, this part was like all the way to the right just about, so his face was kind of like peeling over into the back, and I hate when that happens, or at least I try to avoid it as much as possible. Of course, there are some exceptions in my collection, which is unfortunate, but you know, there's only so much you can do. But I decided to wait on this one because I knew that the series was getting reprints, so excited to get one in extremely good condition. So yeah, this one has been a really fun read as well. It's a cute little slice of life series about this dude who's into calligraphy, and he moves to kind of the boonies to escape his kind of like torturous lifestyle and try to live a new life here in the boonies. He meets a colorful cast of weird and wacky people, and yeah, it's just overall, it's a good time. I've only read a couple volumes of the series, but every volume I've read has been a great time. So yeah, we'll be continuing to read this, and probably be finishing the series sometime this year, hopefully. Alright, up next, I picked up the second volume of Glitch from Shima Shinya, and man, can we talk about how gorgeous this cover is? This is so beautiful, using absolutely lovely complementary colors, orange and blue, one of my favorite color combinations, and one of my favorite uses of complementary colors. I just love this so much, and I love that it goes all the way around. I love it when covers do that. This is just such a beautiful cover. Anyways, this series is a ton of fun. I've talked about it to death at this point, so if you want to go watch one of the videos where I talk about Glitch, you should just go watch that instead. But I will definitely be talking about this in the reading log because I have already read it, and yeah, let's just say it was good. And last but not least, from Yen Press, we have ourselves a big Chungus Emma, Volume 4 from Kaoru Mori. And man, look at how big this volume is. This thing is absolutely huge. I don't know, I love how big these volumes are. But I will say, don't be deceived. They are fairly fast reads. This may be gigantic, but there is a lot of just beautiful art in general. And the dialogue can sometimes be sparse, but that's totally okay. Kaoru Mori is really, 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 really good at kind of environmental storytelling, and just having those quiet moments where you get to just view her beautiful art. So super excited to have this, and I'm super excited to keep reading the series. I know I'm almost done. I believe Volume 5 is the last one, so I will cry when we get there. Okay, let's get into the second to last section, the Viz Media section this time around. So if you've been watching my videos for a long time, this will come as a surprise to you. But if you haven't, typically I usually get quite a bit from Viz Media, and that's also true for this specific month. However, I wanted to do something a little bit different this time around just because I have something really, really cool about Kodansha, which you'll probably see in the thumbnail, but in case you didn't look at the thumbnail, yeah, there's going to be a really exciting little surprise towards the end, so just look forward to that. But until then, let's get into our Viz Media stuff. There is a lot. So, starting with the Viz signature line. So first up, I got Volume 4 from Insomniacs After School from Makoto Ujiro. I love this series. I have talked about it so much. It was in my top 20 from last year. It was in my tops for the year in general. Yeah, I could not shut up about this series. And yeah, if you like yourself a good, old-fashioned, cute, slice-of-life little romance series, you should give this a shot. It's beautiful, it's fun, it's great. So many good things to be said about this series, but I'd rather you just read it instead of me telling you about it, and I will definitely be talking about this specific volume in the reading log regardless. Alright, up next, I got this volume called I'll Give It My All Tomorrow from Shinju Aono, volume 1 specifically. And yeah, I've seen this series a lot. And I don't know what it is specifically. It's been very, very hard to find a volume 1. I've seen volumes 2, I've seen volume 3, but I've never seen volume 1 until recently. So been really happy to find this, to be honest, and see what all the hubbub is about. I think this is one of ProZD's favorite manga, if I remember correctly. So excited to get into this and see what he sees so much about in this. Because, yeah, I don't know what it's about, but this art is hilarious, very simplified. So yeah, excited to get into it. Up next, I got the next volume of ZOM 100. This is volume 9 from Haru Aso and Kotaro Takata. Yeah, this has been a slow pickup for me. I know I'm a few volumes behind, but yeah, I don't feel like the rush to get volumes of this because it's just kind of fun, stupid action with some really wholesome moments mixed in between. So it's a really cute, fun, I wouldn't say cute, it's a really fun and action-packed series. A lot of great moments between the characters. The cast is a lot of fun. I think it's probably the best part of this series, but yeah. Excited to keep reading the series as we keep going on. Alright, up next, I picked up Alice in Borderland Volume 8, another Haru Aso volume, and that was kind of an accident. I didn't mean to do that. Anyways, Haru Aso, Alice in Borderland. Yeah, I love this series. This action has been fantastic, and we're getting to Endgame now, so that's really, really cool. I believe there's only going to be 2-ish volumes maybe left, so really, really excited to get into this one, talk about it during the reading log for December, so look forward to that. Alright, this is the Shojo Beat section. So I actually got more Shojo Beat than Viz signatures. So first, I picked up the first volume of Library Wars, for Love and War from Kihiro, Yumi, and Hiro Arikawa. Yeah, I don't know much about this one. I want to say it's like akin to like Fahrenheit 451 or whichever the one where they're trying to save the books from being burnt. I think that's like what this is. Question mark. I'm probably wrong. Someone will say in the comments, that's not even what it's about. But if it isn't, please let me know. But please be nice about it. But yeah, really excited to get into this one because I've heard a lot of people say it's really great. I've also heard people say they don't like it. So we'll see how I feel about it when I get into it. Up next, I picked up 2 volumes of Yona of the Dawn. I got volumes 7 and 8 from Mizuho Kusanagi. This is the, I would say, the very, 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 very popular shoujo series that a lot of people love, and for good reason. It's great. It's a really, really fun historical fantasy series with some good romantic elements here, as well as like just political and interesting themes across the board. I think Yona is a great character to root for. I think she's a lot of fun. But yeah, I've only read up to volume 5, and I know there's like 40-ish volumes now, so I will get to it when I get to it. But yeah, slowly but surely wins the race, and I will continue to read the series soon. Alright, up next, I picked up Tamon's B-side from Yuki Shiwasu. So yeah, this is volume 2. Just another wacky idol series that I'm reading. This one is quite funny just because like the idol character is like always like hella depressed when he's not being like his idol self. So the main character is always trying to root for him because she is a super fan of his. So overall, very funny. I love this series. It's been a great time reading it. Very enjoyable. Yeah, can't wait to keep reading it as we move in through the year. And last but not least, from Shojo Beat, I got this super amazing neighborhood story by Ai Yazawa. This is volume 1, but specifically the Kinokuniya special edition. And I will show you what the special edition does. So the special edition, instead of the pink cover that comes with the main character here on the front, it comes with the main character here, but with a white cover and these like cute little like bubbly kind of background. Some cool stamps on the back. But my favorite part about this is these beautiful French flaps. And look at that. Oh my goodness. It's so cool. I'm sorry, I'm easily entertained by like these like little unique little things that they put in. But yeah, this is a really great release. I've actually already read this, so you will be hearing about it in my reading log. But yeah, it's basically about a bunch of these kids who go to this fashion high school, or fashion college. I don't really know what, I think they're in high school, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's about their struggles in fashion and love. So it's a fun series. It's really great. I'm really, really excited to keep reading the series, and yeah, because this one's so good, I'll probably be reading Nana soon as well. Okay, time for the Shonen Jump stuff. So first up, Inuyasha Volume 7, also known as In Your Pasta within my friend group. And yeah, this is another fun one. Been enjoying it. Glad to have another volume to the collection. Up next, Akane Banashi Volume 3, Yuki Suenaga, Takamasa Moe. I have to talk about this. I can't stop talking about this. This was one of my top manga from last year, and my favorite shonen from last year. So yeah, absolutely fun, entertaining series. I'm really excited to keep reading this series. It's been so good. Absolutely good. Rakugo storytelling, I'm now hooked, and I kind of want to go watch it at some point. But yeah, it's been a really great read. Love this series. Can't wait to keep reading it. Up next, I got, oh, I did both actually. I picked up and I've read Sakamoto Days Volume 10 from Yuto Suzuki. I won't be talking about it in depth here, but yeah, look forward to the reading log for that. But yeah, Sakamoto Days, love this series. Another great shonen series that I've been absolutely enjoying, so hopefully you are too, and let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Got myself the next volume of Mashal, or Mashal, I believe it's Mashal. Magic and Muscles Volume 14 from Hajime Komoto. So we are almost done with this series as well. I know it finished in Japan, I think last year. So really excited to keep reading this. It's so dumb, it's so stupid, but it does definitely keep me entertained throughout. Alright, up next, I picked up Blade of the Moon Princess Volume 2 from Tatsuya Endo. This is one of the previous series that Spy Family creator Tatsuya Endo did for, of course, Spy Family. And yeah, it's been an entertaining read. I think it's interesting to check it out in comparison and compare the characters, the writing to Spy Family. And you can definitely see some comparisons, but you can also see where they've grown from this series, because yeah, there's definitely some stuff that's just the story's kind of quick and a little bit too fast. Overall, it's cool to have another volume of this, and yeah, if you manage to find a volume that's just not terribly printed, because as a note, a lot of the Blade of the Moon Princess Volume 2 specifically prints have had some really bad gluing issues here. You'll usually see mad gaps. Obviously my copy does not have that, but it also took me 5 or 6 different volumes to be able to get one that's not completely ruined. So excited to have mine in decent condition, but hopefully you're able to find one as well. Alright, up next, I decided to pick up this specific volume, Kuruhime Volume 1 from Masanori Ukamigumi and Katakura. So I took the advice of, I believe it was Midnight Roboto who was talking about this, and he just said it was a kind of a fun action series that people have tended to forgotten, and I would agree. I think for me it was a little too sexual for me at the time. I read this when it showed up in the magazine, the Shonen Jump magazine, back when I was in middle school or high school. So maybe I wasn't too old for it, but yeah, excited to check this out. This was in great condition when I picked it up, so yeah, going to see if it's good at all, and if it's not, well, it is what it is. Up next, I picked up this volume technically early. This is Marriage Toxin Volume 1 from Jomyaku? I don't know how to pronounce that. And Mizuki Yoda. So yeah, this one is an interesting one. Follows the story of a poison master. Basically, he's an assassin who uses poison. And he is struggling to find a person or a partner so he can get married and have children. So he teams up with a marriage swindler. I won't even say a marriage counselor. And yeah, it's about their friendship together and about him trying to find his love of his life. So yeah, that's about as much as I could tell you. I'll tell you more about it in the reading log for January, actually. So look forward to that in February. Up next, I picked up this volume new as well and early. This is Kaiju number 8, volume 9 from Naoya Matsumoto. I picked this up 2 or 3 weeks early, so it shouldn't have even been on the shelves, but here we are. Yeah, really excited to have this. I love this series. I feel like I say that a lot, but that's what it is. I just love a lot of series. What can I say? So yeah, this one's a lot of fun. I love Kaiju number 8. The action's fantastic. The art is great. Yeah, can't wait to talk about this one as well. And last but not least, for Shonen Jump stuff, this is Chainsaw Man Volume 13 from Tatsuki Fujimoto. Yeah, this is continuing on with Part 2, and yeah, I don't know how I feel about Part 2 yet. I know it's very divisive. I would say a lot of people don't tend to like Part 2, especially in comparison to Part 1, but yeah, I'm going to keep on it, and I'll let you know what my opinions are sometime soon. Okay, so we are coming into the last part of my video now, and that is the Kodansha releases. So the reason why I did this, you will see in about a couple minutes. But let me go over the singular volumes that I did pick up. So first up, I picked up the second volume of Genshiken's second season from Shimoku Kyo. This is the sequel series to Genshiken, which is like just a fun, kind of goofy slice of life / coming of age story following the story of the Genshiken, which is like this kind of like whatever club. Basically they just talk about and just do nothing, but they love manga, they love anime, they love video games. It's just like kind of like a nerd club, which is really funny because it's like they already have those like very specific ones, like the video game club or like the manga club is already a club on campus. So Genshiken doesn't necessarily need to exist, but yeah, I haven't finished the original series yet, but I am slowly but surely collecting sequel series because it is kind of hard to find nowadays. But yeah, really excited to get into this one as well. Alright, up next, I picked up the next volume of Shaman King Flowers that I needed. This is Hiroyuki Take's sequel work to the original Shaman King. It follows the story of Hana Asakura, which is Yo and Anna's kid. And yeah, it's just kind of a fun little extra story, I would say. I won't say it's amazing or anything, but I am having a great time with it. So excited to have the next volume, and yeah, can't wait to read it. Up next, I picked up this classic release, Magic Knight Rayearth Part 1, Book 1 from Clamp. I'm really excited to have this because I'm really happy that we're getting older releases getting re-released, especially not hardcover. Like I mentioned, if there isn't a alternative way to read it other than the hardcover, I'm going to do it, and I'm glad that this one does not. This one is a soft cover, so yeah, really excited. This is one of my fiance's favorite, sort of favorite series from Clamp. I'm pretty sure it's one of her favorites. I should probably confirm with her, but I know she really enjoys it. So excited to talk about this in the reading log, but I'll give you a hint. I liked it a lot. Alright, up next, I picked up the next volume of Wand Dance from Coffee. This is volume 7. Super excited to have this. Holy crap, this is like the hardest series to find at Barnes & Noble. The releases are so slow at Barnes & Noble. I have to end up going to Kino if I want them on time, because this volume came out in December, I think, or late November. It's one of the two. But I still have not seen any of them in any of the local Barnes & Noble. I think the furthest they get up to is volume 5 or 6, which is just like, please, somebody just order them already. Anyways, really happy to have this. This has been one of my absolute favorite series of the past, like, probably 4 or 5 years. And I am absolutely sucked into it. It's been a great time. Yeah, you should go check it out. Okay. I got Saint Young Men during the hardcover sale over at Barnes & Noble. Yeah, this is the first volume of Hikaru Nakamura's really weird series following the story of basically Jesus and Buddha living in Japan, I think. So yeah, I believe it's like a slice of life comedy series. Don't know much about it. I know a lot of people do like it, so yeah, excited to get into it and see what everybody enjoys about it. Okay, and last but not least, we have ourselves the Big Mama Jamma, probably the biggest thing that I've gotten ever as a Christmas present for manga, and that is, oh my gosh, this giant thing. This is Akira, the box set. I'm actually going to move this and just like show you on the ground, so give me 1 second as I move this camera and create a lot of noise for you. Okay, so Akira. Yeah, this thing is absolutely gigantic. It is a big boy. As you can see, it's kind of a big square. It's got some absolutely gorgeous art on all the sides. I don't really want to show it because I'm going to open it. But yeah, so let's open it up really quick. Wow. That's upside down for you guys. Let me flip that. Here you go. Yeah, Akira's volumes 1 through 6, as well as Akira Club. So this is an art book that's just gorgeous. Has a lot of like the beautiful artwork throughout the series. It's just very gorgeous. Some colored stuff, some bigger prints of it. Absolutely beautiful work. And obviously like the 6 volumes in the original format that they were printed in, because if you don't know, Kodansha is infamous for having printed it in like a, it's kind of like, I'm gonna have to fix this at some point. Kind of like a normal like left to right print instead of the right to left. I don't know why I'm talking while I'm trying to do this. Anyways, yeah, it's really cool to have it. Look at these releases. They're so gorgeous. Oh man, really happy to have this. I'm so excited to check this out. yeah, when I opened this, I knew exactly what it was, but I was like so happy, and I'm glad my parents were like excited that I was able to get it. So yeah, really really happy to have this, and yeah, that's that was it. That was the big reveal. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this absolutely lovely, wonderful pickups video. What did you think? Did you enjoy it? Did you like any of the things that I picked up? Did you pick up any of the stuff that I picked up? Let me know in the comments below. Also, what did you pick up at all in December 2023, or whatever you picked up recently? Let me know in the comments below as well. Really love it when you guys suggest me stuff. Please note that I am taking your suggestions not lightly at all. I have already started to pick up some of the volumes that you guys suggested because I want to do a video based around specifically around series that people have suggested for me. So I'm really really excited to go and check out those volumes. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you. You can like, you can comment, you can subscribe, you could even join the membership and get these videos a little bit earlier. That'd be cool, right? Something I'm going to talk about in my 2024 update video about the membership stuff. So yeah, look forward to that. But yeah, that's going to be it. I will see you in the next video.